Hey, how are you? Right, I'm going to use solving a Rubik's Cube as an analogy of how to solve your marketing as a coach. Because what I particularly see, a big issue with marketing for coaches is that you do one action thinking, but actually the success in our hands is we need this Rubik's Cube complete. It's going to be the sign of success. And what coaches do, they try and do one little thing that they hear and there, and it actually doesn't work, and they think it doesn't work. But it's about doing things in the right order, in the right steps. So when we first look at a Rubik's Cube, is the very first step that we have to do is this step. Okay, the daisy chain as we call it, the yellow and the white dots. That's the very first step you have to do to get the Rubik's Cube successful. Okay, but it still looks a complete mess, doesn't it? It still looks a complete mess. But if we don't do that first step and that first action and then build on that, then it makes it very, very difficult to complete a Rubik's Cube. So when we've got that one in place, we can then start doing little actions in the right way. Right, and now we've created our first part, which is the step 2, which is the white cross. Now, where most people go wrong with their marketing for coaches is, and like this, they think, right, just got to complete the white face and that's it. And then when I've done the white face, I'll work on one of the other colours. But that's not the case. You have to fill the white space, but in a correct order. So for instance, we need these corners now, but the corners need to match the particular brick that needs to go in that corner there, not just that one, but we need all 3 of these corners to be in the right place. So to do that, we need to do it in a specific way. So that way we've now got the white one that matches the white corner, we've got the blue one that matches the blue middle, and we've got the orange one which matches the orange middle. And so you have to do these corners in exactly the right steps to get that, what we call the bottom layer now, in. And now we've got our white face done, and we think, wow, cool, this is good. Now, as you see, to where we want to get to, it still looks, you know, a bit all over the place. But look, what we've done is, because we've done it in the right order, we've now got our white face, but we've also got the bottom layer of each colour in place. And that's the first step. So we have to build on that. So we have to take all these little actions and build on it. Now we need to fill the second layer. And again, it's about doing it in a specific right way in order to actually start building that layers up. Because if you just do it trying to build each layer, you're going to find yourself seriously confused, all over the place, completely overwhelmed. And sometimes we get this where it's in a situation where we have to almost break it a little bit. So we have to take a step back to get to where we want to get to in terms of our end goal. So we've got to keep that end goal in mind. But sometimes, like we've just done here with the edge, we've actually broken it up a little bit. We had to take a step back to get that step right. Because if that step wasn't in the right place, we won't be able to complete the blue second level there. Okay? And it's exactly the same with some of these other ones. We might have to break it up a little bit, but to make sure. And now, so it still looks a little bit off, so it still looks a little way, but look, we've got the white, we've got the first 2 layers of the blue, we've got the first 2 layers of the orange, we've got the first 2 layers of the green, and we've got the first 2 layers of the red. Cool, okay, so now we've got to this point where, wow, we're really close. And this is where the analogy, like marketing coaches do some stuff and you think, wow, really close, just need the missing bit now. And that's what, and I've done that part, done so much, it's easy now, why am I not getting success? But now completing the top layer and the yellow actually has to involve doing little steps. It's just not one step. You think, oh, I've got that far. If we started now trying to just fill the yellow one up, we would actually lose everything we've done so far. And that happens a lot in your marketing as coaches. You then get very close And what you do is you think, oh, I just do that, and it actually starts mucking up everything else, and you don't take it all into account, like thinking of the overall goal. So now we need to again look at the yellows differently, and right, get the four corners of the yellows in place. And then again means doing it in some specific order to try and get that in place. And sometimes you've got to have a few goes at the same order to get it in the right way. So now we've got the four corners, which is the more important, but now we've got to do the outside corners. Oh, sorry, the four bits, and then now we've got to do the outside corners, okay? And again, we're keeping the layers, so we're keeping the steps we've done, we're keeping repairing them, and now we've done these. So sometimes it gets a bit more complicated to get that final bit, but go, look, we've done one step, it hasn't completed it, okay? This is where most coaches will then say, no, it doesn't work, it doesn't stop. But guess what, if we keep doing the same step, okay, we've done the same step, hasn't completed it. Done the same step, we think, oh, it's gone worse. Done the same step, hasn't completed it. And sometimes, it depends where you are, sometimes these steps will have to take a lot longer than what you think. And it is doing the same steps over and over again that is going to, and the consistency of doing this now, we've been doing the same step over and over again, but now we've got it. How many times did I have to do that same step to get to where I wanted? Yeah, if I'd given up after once, I would go, that doesn't work. What works? And I would have ruined all of this good work I've done on all these layers. So we've got the two layers up now, and we've got a step, okay? And that's what we've done. So I had to continue doing that, and consistency of doing it that ended up making it work and not giving up on that. Now we've done that bit, we've got to do a bit more difficult part, which is getting these in place, getting the corners bit, so it gets a little bit more advanced and it gets a little bit more difficult. And then we have to, and it feels like it's not quite there, but actually that one step brought us quite a bit. And then we're going, well, we've done so far, but then we're just slightly off, just one colour off, got so close. Just wish it worked, and you give up. But the idea is not to give up. The idea is, right, we fix one at a time, and we do this, and you'll notice from this step we go, we haven't completed it, we go, oh, actually that is, but we're so close that we just one at a time. We've done the blue one. So now I have to go, right, that's awesome. Rather than going, oh, well, that didn't work, I've still got three that are not working, we have to congratulate ourselves to have done one colour. Now we've done one colour, actually, it's going to be nice and simple. And again, right, we did the step, and it hasn't worked. So you go, oh, well, that didn't work. I tried that step that you said at the end, and it hasn't worked. Well, guess what? We have to do it again. Because the second time we do it, it works. It completely works. So the idea is you have to build it up. Your coaching, your marketing as coach, you have to build your marketing in steps. There's not one thing that's going to make it work and that's it. It's a collection of stuff. The people that are doing the monthly at the moment, where getting the new 5 clients in the month, you've already seen from week 1 that the little steps that we're doing and the tactical things we're doing at specific times is actually the bits that are getting the success. And now we're building on that and building on that and building on that. So don't give in. Don't think, oh, because it didn't work the first time, it means it doesn't work. It's just that maybe you're not doing it in the right steps, and that's probably again why people come to me and they've tried everything. That a lot of the times what I'm telling people is not something new that they've heard. It's about doing it in the right order, in the right way, which gets the success. And it's the same reason why people need you as a coach, is because they need you to guide them in them steps. Most people won't be able to find them steps at all. I didn't find how to do a Rubik's Cube on my own. In fact, for years I wish I did, tried it, used to do the thing where I used to break the bricks and cheat and do it that way. But in the first lockdown, I kind of wanted to, I saw someone says like, can you teach yourself a new skill in the lockdown? I was determined I wanted to learn how to do the Rubik's Cube, okay? And I had to be guided and mentored and almost coached through that process, and try again until I knew how to do it. And it's the same reason why people need you as a coach. They need you to guide them, support them. So just because they know about stuff and they know about certain things doesn't mean they can solve it themselves. They need to be guided and supported. That's exactly what I do with my clients, and exactly what you do with your clients, to guide them and support them to get them the success they want. Something a bit different. I'm glad I could make it work and didn't get stuck. But don't give in. You see, some of them steps, I had to do the same step over and over again to get to where I wanted to get to, and we got there in the end. But sometimes people give up quite too easily, saying try it once, go, that step didn't work, try it twice, try it 3 times, that step didn't work. That's the consistency of doing that step that then brought me to success. See you soon.